So I'm here with Sophie Stillins, who is a radio presenter for KCC Live, and she's going to show us what she gets up to, how she edits a show, and then we're going to have a little chat and yeah, learn all about her radio life.
I have got Megan Vincella in the studio with me. Do you want to introduce yourself, Megan, and tell everyone what you're doing and what you're up to? Okay.
Today I've got with me my cousin, who I'm so proud of because she is a radio presenter. Introduce yourself.
So cute. I'm Sophie. I do the breakfast show for KCC Live. 99 minutes, 8 FM, just make sure that's true. 8 till 10 every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So went to Liverpool Sound City this weekend as well for KCC Live, and I've done like interviews, and I got to interview Cara Marnie, who's like one of my favourite like up and coming artists. Like she's so good. She's going on her own solo tour like coming to the end of the year. So I think she's gonna be big. So I think as long as I just keep getting myself out there, I keep interviewing like these new artists and creatives like of this city.
Yeah, definitely.
Then it's gonna be.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. I mean, you're going on a journey with these artists. You're meeting them from the beginning.
Definitely.
And you're making relationships with people. It's amazing for networking as well. So obviously my YouTube is about business. So in terms of like business wise, obviously you've branched off and got your own podcast on it. So do you see that there's other opportunities? What do you think business wise it's gave you?
So business wise, I'm obviously probably getting like as much experience as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But for me, in a sense of branching out with the podcast and things like that, it's that the podcast has got so much good feedback. I'd really love to take it like into tours.
Yeah.
Maybe like writing books.
Oh yeah.
And just going out to tour with people in the community, like doing workshops with women that are not even just women that have been through it, men that have been through it, and like helping sort of the whole mental health side of things that comes with like emotional abuse and domestic abuse and things like that.
Just to clarify what Sophie's podcast is about, it's about narcissists and it's about narcissism, and she's had an experience that was very personal to her, and she's turned that into something positive. So we're not going to delve into it too much because you know, do a separate video on that. But it's amazing what you've done with that, and it's so brilliant that you've got a long-term vision for it, because you've stumbled across this amazing opportunity with a radio station, and then you've said, oh, actually, I'd like to take it there, and it keeps going further.
I think the more you do it as well, like the more you will branch out, because I've never ever thought about doing a podcast, and if I didn't do the radio, I would never have done that, and it's just all about like growth, and obviously people that you meet, like presenting, like I've been doing interviews at a festival and things, never thought about presenting in that sort of visual sense.
Exactly, and it's the personal development as well, because you probably wouldn't have thought that you were capable of doing the things that you're doing until somebody puts you out of your comfort zone and actually says, can you do that? And you're like, okay. And then you do it. I think women especially surprise ourselves every day with how much we can endure and how much we can do.
Like I work constantly, so I do the radio, I've got the podcast, I work a normal job as well because I've got bills to pay, like I've got a little girl, and I just think like if you do enjoy something and you do love something and you do want to take it far, just always have that in the back of your head, and like anything is possible.
Yeah, that's an important point actually that you've came across. So usually people say, this is not my dream lifestyle, I'm not living in my dream life and that, but you're a prime example of having to have your normal life and your dream life and making it coexist. Because if you force it to coexist, eventually your dream life will become your dream life. But you've really got to put the work in beforehand. You can't just sit there with the secret and hug it at night and be like,
I think you need to work to like attract it, and like I said, like this just came off like a 2-hour show that I used to do on a Tuesday night, like with me mates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That evolved into the breakfast show, into the podcast, into presenting at festivals, and then obviously like hopefully like presenting on telly, things like that.
Yeah. Well, put it out there.
I want to be like a female actor.
I feel like can we?
You will be the road rap.
Lovely.
I need Holly, like so we want to be Holly for like a couple of months and she goes out.
No, but that's so good. So you've got your vision, you've got everything visionized as to what you want. So Was there a point where, before you started and you got into the radio, obviously you started doing the radio through a pageant.
Yeah.
So when you were thinking about your life, was you in a circumstance where you was like, were you fed up with your life, or did you want something new? Do you think you attracted this on some unconscious level?
So obviously, like I said, I've always been into like radio, presenting, like anything creative. Because
before you got into the radio.
So obviously the pageant led me here, and yeah, of course that I'd done the pageant because I didn't have any self-confidence, I didn't have any self-worth. Like, just a little bit of background of why I got into the pageant was because basically I just had a baby and things like that, so my confidence wasn't...
She's the best little girl.
Yeah, she's so cute. So she's 3 now, but that's the reason why I went into it, because I was feeling low, I didn't feel good about myself, or you know, I wasn't getting like the attention and affection that I once got. And then I done the pageant and it all came back.
You were all
to
like,
me.
I am a woman.
Now look at me, I'm flying.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that you've just said that, because it just shows that you can come from a rocky situation where things aren't going well. You've put the work in, and this girl works, and she works hard. All the hours that at the end of the day she makes the most of them. If she's not with the baby, she's doing something productive for her radio or her podcast, and that is the epitome of what a strong female is.
My favourite quote to say, like I just want to get this out there, is turning a poison into medicine.
Ooh,
I live by that quote, like
I love that. And that is you've done that, you live that. My one is that my personal quote that I live by is to be a fountain and not a drain.
Yes.
Because I think you should fill people up.
We are so spiritual.
So spiritual. But honestly, I think you should fill people up and avoid the drains in life.
100%.
And that's like my personal statement that I live by. Yeah. And you know personally that that's the way I am.
That's exactly.
I like to fill up people's cups.
Go get the blue one.
Your star.
Okay, so I'd done a pageant last year.
Oh yeah?
I won Miss Liverpool Girl. So I got to the final of Britain, and I got invited to do a interview on the breakfast show, which was before me, with Darren. And I just really enjoyed it. Like, I just loved it. I've always been, like, I've done dance and drama in uni and things, so I've always kind of had the chat and like the confidence and things to do it.
I mean, I know personally, and she doesn't struggle. It's a perfect job.
On the radio, it's so different though, because it's nerve-wracking. Like, I'm getting used to it now, but
exactly, because I've just filmed a segment with Sophie for my prep for Miss Universe Great Britain. Yeah. And I was so nervous.
It's so nervous because you're so scared to like maybe say the wrong thing or like offend someone. Like, you know me personally, so you know that I say edgy things and say things that like probably people won't
like say that.
Yeah, and I don't think though, because everyone that I talk to, like I'm comfortable around,
of course.
They know me, do you know what I mean?
Like
so,
it's hard to offend the people that you love when you're around them all the time.
Exactly.
You know your personalities. But when you're going on radio, you're talking to a completely different audience, a wide audience who have different, levels of acceptance of what you're going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what has been your best moment when you're like, oh my god, is this my life?
Okay, so there's been so many, like the radio has given me so many opportunities. Like, I do a podcast called Make Thyself Known. Now, that's probably been my favourite opportunity from it, because it's so personal to me. So obviously on the breakfast radio show, like I'm talking about music, like what's going on in Liverpool, things like that. And obviously it is things that I love and stuff, but I'm doing it for the audience just as much as me. Yeah. But with the podcast, it's something that my experience has kind of been personal to me, but I'm able to talk to people about it and help them. Challenge for me personally was probably time.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously everyone's life is different, everyone's circumstances are different.
And if we've all got the same hours in the day as Beyonce, I always say that. Well,
it's just, time is like very hard, and being able to like prioritise things, because like for me the radio is voluntary, but I'm doing that to get opportunities for other paid work, like the festivals and things like that. So I think being able, so if I'd get an extra shift, but maybe like in my paid job, I'd take that over the radio because you've got bills to pay, do you know what I mean? But then at the same time, I've been able to like relax a little bit now, like financially, because I'm in a better like personal circumstance. So I've been able to put a lot more work into my sort of voluntary work and things like that. But I feel like that's what you need to do, and you need to prioritise. You do need to prioritise your dreams and where you want to go over other things, because everything always falls into place anyway. Like, and you always will cope and you always will sort something out. Yeah, you will, but it's not just like I'm going to walk to the destination B. It's like I'm going to get there. There's waves, there's storms, everything's coming your way. I think you've got to definitely like be sure and be happy that that's definitely what you want to do, because otherwise you're just not going to get there if there's any like self-doubt in the back of your head. So what have you had to compromise then with your time? Lately, well, like I said, I've chilled out in my paid job a little bit more. Like, I've gone part-time. At the beginning, like what did you have to compromise? What did you think? Right, I've got to make this work, so I'm going to have to suck it up and do that. Well, basically, like, I worked full-time. I was working, like, 6 days a week. I was hardly seeing a baby. I wasn't doing anything that I enjoyed. It was just literally to pay me bills, and I was so unhappy. Yeah. And I just thought to myself, like, you know, I was so proud of the woman that I was. Like, I was so proud that I was working full-time, you know. I had a good job, and like, in management, like, I'd worked my way up, and I was happy, like, financially and things, but I wasn't happy getting up and going to work for something that I didn't necessarily enjoy. Like, your heart wasn't in it. It wasn't that, it was like a medium-term, you know, plan. Yeah. It's like something that's not going to go. Yeah. So I just decided to take a step back and go part-time and start to do the stuff that I love a little bit more, because I was in a better circumstance then. And since then, and things have just been, so I'm still working 6 days a week. Yeah. I'm doing things that I like. And when you're working something that you love, it doesn't actually feel like work. Exactly. So, I mean, it's still work, honey, but you know, it feels good. Like, I probably work more hours now than I did at my full-time job, but I just have a better, like, balance. Yeah, like, quality. Things that I can do, like, I bring the baby into the studio sometimes, so I'm getting time with her, and she gets involved with, like, all of the, like, things, like, festivals and things like that, so it's just so much better. With Sophie Stillins. I'll put all of her information how you can listen to her show and find out what she's getting up to. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. You're welcome.